Yes, let's go.
We hit. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Facetious. This is episode 111, season 3.
One lab. One lab now. We out here.
We out here.
One lab.
We out here. Season 3, episode 7, brought to you on Monday, February 26, 2018, at approximately 6:07 p.m. Central Standard Time, which we'll talk about that a little later. I am one of your hosts. I'm Larry, a.k.a. Bluemanrule, and I'm happy to be joined by my main Damie, the orchestrator of all this madness, none other than Mike, a.k.a. Scarfinger, a.k.a. Real Talk. What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
I started.
I said, yeah. Well, first of all, lift every voice and sing because I started my job today.
Praise him. All right, man. Cool. Let's get into it.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Okay.
I recorded an episode of Scarcasm, right, where I talk about this already. But because I put extra episodes on the feed for this month, I ran out of space. I had already had to start compressing after I put those Dream Team episodes. Every episode after that, I basically cut the compression in half.
Right.
So I've been compressing at 128 because I only do like 3 or 4 shows in a month.
64 is perfect.
But I had to drop it to 64 after I put those Dream Team episodes up there, and I started running out of space. Okay. So that happened. And not even when I compress at 64, this file that me and Chase did is 36 megabytes.
Yeah.
I got 29 megabytes left in my jank. You know what I mean?
Right. That's rough. Well,
so either I got to pay another $10 for another 200 megabytes, or I got to wait till Thursday. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Y'all gonna get this show on Friday.
Y'all can get the show on Thursday. You can get it on Thursday. Like it's ready to go. It's ready to go. It's all upload. It started to upload, and then it was like, nah.
It's like, you know what? We got a checking and savings, and the way my account is set up.
Yeah. What had happened was, really, what had happened was, so that happened. Oh yeah, and also if you go to the Scarcasm feed right now, I try to do something cool for the anniversary show every year. I did a show with my Pooh Bear.
Yeah, and I started that today. I got through because I started it on the way home. And thankfully, my drive wasn't as long as I anticipated, but that means I didn't get a chance to finish it all. But she was warming up, man. She was warming up.
She started off with like yes and no answers, and I'm like, you gotta talk more than that. I'm kind of coaching her through it, but like once we start talking about the games and such, that she really gets into it. And by the time we get to the Sims at the end, we get into a topic about her creating characters based off of celebrities, and we have a ball. And here's the crazy thing about doing that show with Pooh Bear. Normally when I call Pooh Bear, like it's very short conversations. Like when she's around me, she can't stop talking. When we're over the phone, she's just like, okay, I think I'm done.
Really? She go like that? She go like that?
When we're around each other, she can't stop talking. But after this, like we talk for like another hour, and I'm like, Pooh Bear, I gotta go do some things, like for real. Like I'm gonna go.
Right.
And then she called me, and was like, Daddy, I don't have the list. And I'm like, what list? Oh, the list that we came up with on the show. So then we got back on the phone, and we talked pretty much another hour. Like we never do that. Like
what?
Never over the phone. Pooh Bear does not talk much at all. In person. Except for in person. But like that day, because I got her started on all of this, it was actually pretty cool. And then, Sherry was like, "Y'all should do that more often." And I was like, "I've been trying to tell you to do a show with her." I've been trying, like y'all sitting there with each other, and let's be honest. Like Pooh Bear has my talent. Like I think she could pull this off. It's just she's young and she don't have a whole lot to talk about. But I think if you put her in a situation to where she knows a little bit something about what she's talking about, like you find out during this episode, like she really can do this. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's my Pooh Bear.
Yeah, she was going in. She was going in, man. It's pretty impressive. Made me think maybe I should do something with my son because her and Pooh Bear about the same age.
Yeah, because I know Rashani used to do segments on all of his shows with his son, and then like back then I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it because I don't want to feel like I'm biting. But I wanted to do something different. And I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to do another show with Sherry, and last year we did the show with Double A and all this stuff. Like it, it was cool, but I wanted to do something different that was very personal. And let's be honest, like when the show started, the show is 8 years old on the 17th of February. But Pooh Bear was getting ready to turn 2 years old when the show started. So like she's been on episodes, but she's been the little kid talking in the background. She's never actually been on an episode,
Right. That's interesting though, man. Pulling them in and stuff like that, making it more of a family affair than just something like. But especially since she's expressed her own interest, and that's where a lot of parents take the wrong turn, right? They like to force their kids into things or do things that they think their kids would like, but if they come to you expressing their own interest, dog, then all you got to do, I mean, you as a parent, you got to help them try.
Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. I think the idea of wanting to become a YouTuber professionally, that whole well is drying up. But I don't want to be the one to be like, maybe you want to rethink all this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that dude.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that dude. But I mean, all of this is drying up because they keep changing stuff with the monetization and all of that other stuff.
It's rougher and rougher, man, to get
it's real rough out there. It's rough out there for everybody, including me, because like my RimWorld videos don't get much play. If I post a band video, I get thousands and thousands of views. But like if I post anything of me playing a game or something like that, it's not really working. I still want to post those killing floor videos. I just did I did a lot of like every time we killed a boss, I just saved the 15 minutes that the PlayStation does, because when you do basically the same thing as Xbox record that, but PlayStation records the last 15 minutes. So I got at least like between 8 and 10 of those. Every time we did a boss, I got the last 15 minutes of that battle.
Nice,
you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So I got all of that stuff there, and it's just there waiting. But for some reason, the PlayStation is tripping, so I got to save it from the PlayStation, put it on the computer, and then upload them from there. So that'll happen at some point. It'll take a little bit of time, but we'll get there.
Cool, man. Yeah, man. So y'all should check that out. It's pretty cool. What is it, like Captain Crunch Suit, something like that?
Captain Crunch Suit, because we were talking about making as I'll give you a preview to the Sims conversation. We were talking about her making celebrities, and she wanted to do music celebrities, and I said one of the things she should do is a vampire Michael Jackson. And she was like, well, they have Michael Jackson clothes. And I was like, oh, they got Captain Crunch suits? Because that was a Steve Harvey joke where he said that he wanted to go to church. He went to go to church with Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson tried to wear one of those Captain Crunch suits. And he was like, no, I'm gonna need you to put on I need you to put a regular old suit. Like but like we started talking about some like music acts and stuff like that, and it gets really interesting. I really enjoyed myself on that show.
That's good, man. That's good. It showed through, and y'all, as I said, y'all should check it out. Absolutely check it out. So, Mike, man, I tell you what, I have a few topics tonight. Not really big ones. We're gonna say the big one for the end, the big gaming topic for the end. But we're gonna start off with this one. Did you know that your girl Jennifer Lawrence is taking an entire year off from acting to be an activist? An entire year. So she said, let me finish reading and we'll dive in on it. She says, I'm going to take the next year off. She was talking to Entertainment Tonight. I'm going to be working with this organization I'm a part of, Represent.us. It's just trying to get young people engaged politically on a local level. She said, it's just anti-corruption and stuff, trying to pass state-by-state laws that can help prevent corruption, fix our democracy. And then, I don't know what I'm doing next. And the organization Lawrence got involved in claims to bring together conservatives, progressives, and everyone in between to pass powerful anti-corruption laws and stop political bribery, in secret money, and fix our broken elections. Now, my question is, if it's conservatives, progressives, and everyone in between, shouldn't you just say everybody?
Well, yeah, and then also like, yeah, let's put this in perspective here. You mean to tell me that I was talking we were talking about I was talking to Chase. We were talking about things that a grandma said.
Right.
Things that
Yeah.
And that's my grandma's. That's my grandma. You mean to tell me?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you mean to tell me that she belongs to an organization that is trying to get money out of the hands of the people who know how to get money and have skated around this thing for decades, and it hasn't gotten any better. Trump said he was going to drain the swamp, and then he hired the swamp.
You're right.
Like,
man,
you know, like, so like you really are trying to get the money out of the people who know how to get this money. And like you're talking about some secret money. How do you stop secret money? It's secret.
Exactly. How you gonna get
like,
in?
How you gonna stop what these people are all about?
Right.
That's like saying you gonna stop me from playing Killing Floor right now. Like, how you gonna stop me from playing Killing Floor? You got like, for real. Like, how you gonna stop me from doing that? I know how to play Killing Floor. I got it on 2 different systems. How the hell you gonna stop me?
How you gonna stop me, dog?
Can't stop me. You can't stop me from doing what I want to do. How do you stop people who know how to get money from getting money?
Dog. It's here's the
thing. And in order for it to really change, there has to be laws in place to really.
And that's what she's saying.
You know,
state by state.
But who votes on the laws? The same people that's getting money that you're trying to stop. Like, how you?
It ain't all of them, though, because clearly there's a wealth disparity in the country. So I mean, there are a lot of people who don't have money. But I see what she's saying. However, here's my thing. I think
you're
she's
talking about
try.
the same people who just backed this tax plan.
Right. So here's the problem. She's gonna try, right, and then she's gonna see that a lot of it's futile, right? A lot of it is just like trying to yell at the wind to stop, right? It's a lot of it is just in vain. And I think that she's going to become highly discouraged. So I'd like to see her perspective on politics and influential change and individual motivations a year from now. That's what I'm interested in seeing. Because I'm interested.
After she's completely dismayed by it.
Huh? Yes.
She's completely dismayed by it.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how that matures over time, how that perspective matures over time. Sorry about the peas, y'all. I don't really have my.
So it's not gonna go well.
Right.
We already know this. We already understand this. Like we like I said, we know this from the last election.
Yeah, we do.
Like, I mean, he sold y'all on a lie. I mean, all presidents kind of sell you on a lie because like sometimes they believe they lie. And then they get into politics, and the other politicians are like, "That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works."
Yeah,
right. So, like, for her to think like, I'm gonna stop getting my money to help people, to try to get with these people, and we gonna try to stop other people from getting their money. And like, even people who are like against all of this stuff is like, how you gonna do that? Like, what? Go make your movies. Like, stop being stupid. Right. Like, what is you doing?
The thing is, she gonna work out. She gonna still look good. She gonna still come back. She's still gonna be a great actress. She played.
Have you seen the preview for that movie that looks very similar to something that we already know? That what's it called? Red Sparrow.
No, I have not seen the preview for that.
No, it was on both of the previews that I saw for the Panther.
Well, see, I went to the restroom and I know I missed one or two, and I'm pretty sure.
So look at that trailer for Red Sparrow. It's basically Black Widow. It's Black Widow. Like, seriously, it's like you're making a Black Widow movie before Marvel can make a Black Widow movie, and then you just gonna ride out on that for a year.
Right, exactly. Like,
are you serious? Are you serious? Right now. And then the worst part about it, and I think Rashani said this on Rashani or Rod from the Black Guy Who Tips, because I see a lot of what they post. But one of those two dudes said, this movie is gonna come out, and then when they finally do make a Black Widow movie, they gonna say Black Widow copied off of Red Sparrow, and I'm like,
no, not really.
That's true, dog. That's true, dog.
They're
gonna say that. Yeah. They're gonna say that. Yeah, they're gonna say, so you just gonna copy the Red Sparrow?
So you're just gonna hang that out there like that, even though she's been in movies since like 2009, like the character been around since 2009 in MCU,
right?
Like,
and we got little bits of glimpses of what her life was like when she was in the first Avengers, like so you know what I mean, like all that stuff.
I have seen that trailer.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, so so it's just real messed up, man. So go make your movies. You know, if you want to take a stand, you know what? Do the Meryl Streep thing. Just wait till your ass is on stage and let everybody have it.
Just rip.
I mean, I guess she ain't old enough. She ain't old enough. She ain't really old enough or seasoned enough to do that.
Well, like, she ain't got them ducats built up enough yet to where she can just flip a middle finger at the world and be like, if y'all don't pay me ever again, I'm good. I don't think she there.
Yeah, I don't think she did that. But then again, like she has some. Her resume is strong.
Yeah,
now
is.
let's
like
be honest.
She's a great actress.
Her resume is strong because I mean, at the very least, she got them Hunger Games on the resume.
Oh, dog, she got the X-Men, First Class.
Yeah, she got that.
And
so she got a decent resume.
She do.
I'm just saying, I don't know if your resume that strong.
It ain't that thick yet. Yeah, just pad that portfolio a little bit.
And then she's she's gonna be in the next X-Men movie too.
Yeah, is she?
That's supposed to come out this year. Dark Phoenix.
Oh, okay, yeah, she might be because, like I said, that she knocking that role out, man. She's knocking that role out as Mystique. I
think she's alright as Mystique. Like I miss old Mystique. Like
But you know like both of them have similar type of suits where it's like built off of their bodies, no extra padding. It's just art on top of their body, which I think is like, you gotta have a lot of confidence to go out there like that.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Boy, I ain't gonna be able to call that one.
I can't.
Disclaimers or not, I ain't going out there like that.
Look, I got a couple of shirts I'm scared to wash right now. Cause I ain't trying to see the bottom of my stomach on.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hang dry everything.
I got stretch marks and shit. Like the bottom of my stomach look like a brain. Like I can't be out here
just intelligent out there.
I can't be out here just showing people my like for real. When I go to the water country, which is a water park in Williamsburg. When I go to water country, I wear like one of those quick dry shirts, bro, and I never take that joint off. Like it don't ever come off. It don't ever come off.
Man, I want to get to the point where I can take it off and I'll be cool. You know what I mean? That's my goal. That's my jam. But hey, all right. So real quick, man, we talk about all the storage and stuff for our PCs and our games and stuff, dog. Well, Samsung came out with a 30 terabyte SSD drive. 30 terabytes, dog. Like that is nuts. That's
real.
Yeah, man. It's only 2.5, like the small one, bro.
Wait. It's a 2.5?
It's a 2.5, not a 3.5. It's a 2.5 at 30 terabytes. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. Yeah, I saw it on The Verge, man. It is ridiculous. Yeah. It says it's enough storage to store 5,700 full HD movies or to watch 500 consecutive hours of movies. That's 500 consecutive days of nonstop video, and offers twice the amount of the largest current SSD drive of 16 terabytes.
But see, here's the problem. Here's the problem, right? When I got my very first computer, right? When I got my very first computer, I ain't get my own computer until '99.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't have my own. So I got mine 98 freshman year.
When I got mine in '99, having a 10 gigabyte hard drive was everything. And then we was all looking like, how are we ever gonna fill this up? Like, it was just that. And then Napster and all of that kind of stuff. And then we started,
Right.
But like, it sounds like, wow, that's crazy right now. But what's gonna happen a couple years down the line when the games that we get are like bunches and bunches of gigabytes and all that other crazy stuff? Like, how do we, we can't even fathom what we're going to end up actually using this thing for right now.
I know it, man. I was thinking about it. I was like, 30 terabytes. Goodness. Like, I have a 4 terabyte drive. My Xbox One, I have 48 games installed right now. And I'm only using 25% of the actual hard drive.
I have the 2 terabyte that you gave me.
Yeah. And I am just looking like, man, that is a gargantuan amount of space that I currently have. But if I take that, I multiply that by 7.5. Well, that's just rough. That's just rough. Anyway, man, I just wanted to throw that out there for people. So if you're building things and you're thinking about why would you build a PC right now?
But like right now, when you upgrade to that X though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you can start to see them percentages go up, and you like, yeah, man, this some boo, and then you like, I can't even download this update right now. I gotta wait for my data caps to reset.
I know it, man. Well, see, that's the thing. Until data caps change, and it doesn't matter how much storage we have, how much speed we can access it. Until data caps change and allow us to actually access more, none of it matters. It won't change our functional everyday life. It simply won't. So I find that extremely problematic that they haven't done that yet. But all right, Mike.
And look, I got a job, and so I'm about to up my speed. I'm about to up my speed from that 30 to that 200, dog.
Hey, you sound like the dude on the corner that got the new, and you like, hey dog, I got that blaze right now, son. I know I hit you with that fire last week, but I got that blaze this week.
For real. I know that fire was flames.
Right.
I know. Look, I know this, man. What I got right now is that napalm. Like, do you know about napalm? Do you know about napalm as opposed to like what fire is? Like fire to napalm is like they don't even hold a candle, which also you light with fire. But what if you light that candle with napalm?
Look, and I ain't even gonna tell you about this thermite I got coming down next week. Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel like your whole body is melting away, dog. That thermite?
That thermite, dog?
That thermite, dog? Like, for real? That thermite, dog?
Oh, man. Y'all man. You silly, man.
Okay, so for the audio listeners, like, you're only getting part of it. Like, you gotta come to the video. You gotta come to the video a little bit. I might have to start putting these videos up on GGR, because you're gonna have to see the video for that.
Absolutely though. Absolutely.
That thermite, dog.
That thermite, though.
For real.
I think we got a show title.
That thermite.
But no, man. So, but okay. So, hey, listen. So, one thing that I really wanted to talk about is gonna be pretty fun here. So we know that Black Panther, if you don't know, we are 23 minutes in now, but if you don't know, Black Panther has broken $700 million worldwide, and it has yet to open in China and Japan. $700 million.
You know, Japan, they do. All right, so we gotta be careful about Japan, because Japan would throw some blackface for this real fast.
But here's the thing.
But like for real, like they'll throw us a blackface for this real fast. Okay, when it starts popping in Japan and they come out and they blackface and they start dressing like Africans, like we gotta let that go collectively as a people. We have to let that go, because you know what's gonna happen. I think it's like Halloween, dog. Like you can't stop the blackface. People keep getting in trouble. People keep getting fired every year doing the blackface thing, and then every time they get fired, they're like, I don't know why I'm in trouble. Yeah, because you dressed up as Colin Kaepernick and then you put a bunch of shoe polish on your face. Right. And Colin Kaepernick ain't even that dark. Right. So like.
He's really not. But you know what though, man? I think in general, Japan gets a pass because we just rack it up cultural differences, right?
Yeah,
we just rack it up cultural differences.
But let's be honest, something wrong with the Japanese culture. Like there's some things about Japanese culture that's like
there's some things that don't align with our values, right? Because they have a different cultural value set. So yeah, I mean, I guess
you can buy schoolgirl panties out of vending machines over there.
See, that's what I'm saying. Different value set.
And upskirts are
Ridiculous.
really popular over there.
Absolutely.
Like,
I don't even know
for real.
I mean,
for real. People wear mirrors on their shoes, bro.
I know. I've seen that. And then so many anime that I watch, man, it's like that is the deal. And I'm like, I do not want to watch the anime for this. Let me get to the character development, man. But so the whole point is that when I was saying about Black Panther doing 700 million already, it's already surpassed all of Justice League's run in the theaters. Already.
There's only been was it 3 other movies that have done anything close to this?
Yeah, it's Avengers, Star Wars,
Star Wars: The Last Jedi, not even all of the other ones.
Yeah,
The Last Jedi,
and then and then the first Avengers.
Yeah. So, and then it was something else. It was one more.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I saw the article earlier. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a list.
Yep, I got it. It's right here. Hold up. Go ahead. You do your thing, and I'm pull it out.
All right. So
Force Awakens, Jurassic World, and the Avengers.
Yeah. Force Awakens. No, I thought it was Force Awakens. Yeah, you said The Last Jedi.
I thought it was Last Jedi. Yeah. I read this thing earlier. So
well, see, I've seen 2 different reports where they mention both. Where they mention, depending on which statistic you're talking about, they'll say The Force Awakens or it'll be The Last Jedi, just depending on the stat. So I don't think you were wrong. I just think it was just a different statistic. But the reason I say that is because Mark Millar, if you guys know, he's written for both DC and Marvel, and he's written comics and movies for DC.
He's also behind. Is he the guy that's behind Kick-Ass or something like that?
Kick-Ass, Wanted, and Kingsman, which I love. Kingsman, dog. I love Kingsman.
I've not seen those movies yet. I always want to, and then it's always like, well, I ain't going to the movies yet.
Well, I got Kingsman on Blu-ray. So if you need me to send it to you, I'll send it to you. It's great. It's really good. And so he says this. So he goes in on why. This is from CBR.com. It says Mark Millar explains why Marvel's movies are better than DC's. There are 3 pretty lengthy but very poignantly put paragraphs. Okay, so the first one is the shortest one. He says, he says this as a massive DC fan who much prefers their characters to Marvel's. Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are some of my favorites, but I think these characters, with the exception of Batman, they aren't based around their secret identity. They are based around their superpower, he said. Then he goes on, he said, whereas the Marvel characters tend to be based around the personality of Matt Murdock or Peter Parker or the individual X-Men. It's all about the character. Millar's work on the Ultimates, Civil War, the Ultimates and the Civil War comics heavily influenced the MCU's Avengers, like what they decided and how they decided to go with the Avengers.
Yes,
but like I said,
I came in on the Ultimates when it came to the Avengers.
Yeah, and then again, but he's written Superman and Justice League books, and then he goes on to say, he says, people will slam me for this, but I think the evidence is there. We've seen great directors, great writers, great actors, tons of money thrown at them, but these films aren't working. I think they are all too far away from when they were created. Something feels a little old about them. Kids look at these characters and they don't feel that cool. Even Superman, I love Superman, but he belongs to an America that doesn't exist anymore. He represents 20th century America, and I think he peaked then. Like, for him to say that is really strong, but it echoes what we've been saying. Like, Superman feels out of touch.
No, I'm gonna tell you what the truth is. Look at all of the DC's top heroes. Okay. And then look at all of Marvel's top heroes. Marvel's top heroes are people with abilities. Mm-hmm. DC's heroes are gods among men. Yeah. And like I can relate to, like, it's way more of a thing, because and you can tell this from like the merchandise and stuff like that. Like the most popular merchandise for any superhero is Spider-Man, because you know what, I've been a teenager, right, and I've gone through being a teenager. I ain't had no superpowers, but like what he goes through when he's in and out of that mask, I've gone through. Yeah. Like I feel him on that. Like even to the point to where it's like I don't know what it's like to be a woman, but I feel like I read some Spider-Girl, which is like one of those Marvel Digest books that I used to read. I understand her way more than I will ever understand a god.
Right. And I think
And that's
you're right.
and that's also the reason why the DC TV works well, where the movies don't, because they make those they make those people.
Right.
Like I understand Barry Allen. On a way, I'm understand TV Barry Allen way more than I'm ever going to understand movie Barry Allen.
Because movie Barry Allen is the persona of the Flash and not necessarily the person of Barry Allen. And that's the problem, man. It makes relating to them extremely difficult. And I don't know how they can fix that unless they find some way to truly ground their characters, right? Like when Superman had his power when he got really beat down and had to regenerate and had to heal, and then he didn't have powers for a while, right? They slowly started coming back. Like that's the only thing that they can probably pull with a Superman. With a Wonder Woman, Diana, she needs to be focused on, like, how she was in the art gallery in Wonder Woman. You see Wonder Woman, how she worked in the art gallery and stuff. Expand into that. Expound on what she does outside of busting people in the face, right?
I'm agreeing with you like I ever saw that movie.
Oh, come on, son. He's like,
I realized, I was like, and then I was like, wait a minute, I ain't seen that movie. I was thinking like the Batman versus Superman's, like movie where they was,
yeah.
But I was like, I was agreeing with you before I actually remembered that I haven't seen the movie yet.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So I mean, it's to me, it's something that I think Millar, I congratulate him on actually saying, because it's something that I think I've been saying for a while. It's something that I said about Captain America, why I didn't like the first movie, because he didn't seem that grounded.
No, and I'm gonna tell you what the problem with Captain America, and I have the same problem. And Captain America is probably one of my least favorite movies in the MCU.
Absolutely.
With the exception, I think the one on the very, very, very bottom is Thor: Dark World, but.
Yeah, that one was kind of forgettable, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's super forgettable. But what happens is that movie, he spent most of the movie being Captain America, but a punchline, and not actually being Captain America.
Yeah. But it wasn't even that to me. It was just that we had already had some Marvel Cinematic experience, right? And then you go in and you throw me out of that entire universe and that time that had been established, right? So you throw me back, 50, 60 years? You throw me back 50 years. About 55 years, and makes a massive difference of how I perceive this thing, right? So now everything that you build up at this point that I was invested in, now I'm not invested. And then, like I tell people before, I'm like, a lot of people didn't care, and I know you don't care because we've had this conversation before, but as a black dude, I don't like looking at 1950s America. I just don't. There are way too many bad memories that resurface for me, and they're not even my memories, but it's just the propaganda and the media that I've seen from me.
You start for real, like watching period pieces like that kind of give you the Forrest Whitaker eye,
right? Exactly.
Except for you know what I'm saying, in Wakanda, they are so advanced. They fixed Forrest Whitaker's eye. Like that's that's amazing. Like he did not have no eye problems, even though. Here's the crazy part. Okay, so the brother who played the young version of Forrest Whitaker, he kind of had the eye a little bit. His last name is Whitaker, but they are not related.
Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy, man.
And then T'Chaka, his son, played him.
Young T'Chaka. Yeah, that was cool.
But the young brother, I think his name is Denzel Whitaker, that played young Forrest Whitaker. He did not. They are not related. And he had a little bit of the eye, like when they gave him that close up,
right?
When they revealed that was him, like he kind of had the eye a little bit. He kind of went.
It kind of got in there, yeah, man. So, but yeah, man. So it's just. Like I said, man, it's all interesting, but I am really happy for it.
Shout out to the picture of Forrest Whitaker with the Forrest Whitaker eye, and somebody made the meme like when you take NyQuil and DayQuil at the same time. Like
bogus, man. That's bogus.
That is one of the funniest memes ever, dog. Like for real.
Stupid, man. All right, so let me get into the last thing that I want. Well, last two things, right? So here's one of the things. Number one. Unsolved, which is a series on TNT. Starting tomorrow, they are running a show that focuses on the Tupac and Biggie murders. That's what they running, but it's actually like a movie. It's like, for some reason, it's like a movie. Dog, guess who was in here, dog?
I seen the preview.
Dog,
I seen the preview.
Josh Duhamel, Jimmy Simpson, and Bokeem Woodbine.
My nigga. Bokeem Woodbine is that dude. Like, he just, like, he used to be in like everything. Like, he would just be like a random dude in everything. Like, Bokeem Woodbine, I think we learned that you don't want Bokeem Woodbine to be your star, but if you want him to be a co-star, if you want him to be your co-star, he can hold that down. Like in Spider-Man Homecoming, like I was like, that's him.
Yep.
That's him.
I was like, is that Bokeem Woodbine? Like, that's what I'm like.
Bokeem
I leaned over to my
but he played in the best bad movie ever, which is Caught Up. Caught Up is the best bad movie ever. Like, I think Caught Up is a better bad movie than The People Under the Stairs. And you know how much it hurt me to say that?
Yes.
It is a better bad movie than The People Under the Stairs.
So I guess this is their show. They kind of host it, but the people they have playing Tupac and Biggie are as follows. Mark Rose plays Tupac, and boy, if this ain't a hood name, I don't know what is. Wavy Jones with a Z is Biggie Smalls.
Well, I mean, the person that played Biggie and Notorious is a rapper, and his name is Gravy.
Well, that's just country, though. I don't know if that's.
I mean, his mama call him Jamal. I'm gonna call him Jamal, but he goes by Gravy.
Gravy. Oh man. Yeah. So
Lil Kim had everything to say. Like, Lil Kim was talking all kinds of jokes. Like, I mean, I guess he's a New York rapper, so of course Lil Kim knows. And she was like, it's like, Gravy better be lucky because the hottest bars he's ever spit has been somebody else's. Like, damn, dog. You gonna take that from little kind of Asian Kim right now?
Bogus. Bogus. Yes, man, that's right. Cause she completely bleached that skin and look at man. Wow.
Like, for real, if her plastic surgery goes any more worse, she gonna look like Mask, not the Mask. Mask. Like, she gonna look like Mask.
Yeah.
Like we're
sharing them. Yeah.
We're sharing them.
We had
like she gonna look like the Mask. Well, no, she gonna look like Mask. We're gonna say not the cartoon Mask. We talking Mask. We're sharing them.
So
we're sharing them.
All right, man. So let's get it in, man. So y'all know we got to do it. Everyday Gamers just did their top 20 game bosses, and y'all know what we gotta do.
I'm behind on the show. I'm like 2 or 3 episodes behind right now. I got a lot of stuff on my plate, new job, all that other stuff. So I haven't gotten to it yet, but I know this is about to be some nonsense. So go ahead with it.
All right, man. So I'm not even gonna go into the bosses that they actually named. I'm just gonna name some of the ones that they didn't name.
All right, so I'm gonna try to contain myself.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. How
is he not on the list?
I listened to the end of the show unless I complete because they named him earlier. AZ brought him up, I think, or somebody brought him up. They was like, man, he was just hard. And I think it was Meef was saying it was a challenge and stuff. And man, he just did not make the final cut, bruh.
How does he not make the cut? And you said it was 20?
It was 20.
First of all, Mike Tyson should be top 10. Let's be honest.
For sure.
I mean, you had to put in codes just to get back to him. Like, after you got to
them passwords?
I had to put in passwords and Game Genius and all of that other stuff. Like, come on, man. He should be close to, if not in the top 10. Like, the lower half of the top 10.
Bruh. All right. I'm going to also say this one now. A lot of these goes to my gaming preferences. But, bruh, from Ninja Gaiden on Xbox, the dude with the nunchucks, the first boss you play. How they...
Wait a minute. He ain't on the list?
He ain't even on the list.
Bro, how he not on the list? Dog. Do you know how much it took just to get past him? And he the first boss.
He the first. And he beast. He is
And he just beast mode. And he just beat you. He beat you so many times that when you finally get past him, it's just like save. Like immediately.
Right. Dude, he is so hard. People don't understand. Most people who played the first Ninja Gaiden on Xbox didn't finish the game. It was so hard. Microsoft created Ninja Gaiden Black simply to lower the difficulty so people could finish experiencing the game. Fact. How he not on the list, dog?
How he not on the list? Now I can see how he would why he wouldn't make the top 10 because he's the first boss. But bro, he should be. I'm saying 18 through 20. He should be right there.
18 through 20, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him low on the 20 because we talking 20.
Yeah, I guess you're talking 20. Yeah, and they skipped over some of the classic ones like Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII and things like that.
I don't know much about Final Fantasy.
Right. Me either.
People speak highly of 7, so I'm gonna roll with them.
It's like people speak highly of one of the most classic games of all time. Hey, I tried it. I tried it at the time, and it just wasn't the game for me. I finished disc 1. There you go. You know where I'm.
I ain't even making that far. I played about an eye.
Right.
I played about an eye. I played by the eye, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this right on back to the video store. I was working at the video store, and when it came in, I was like, oh snap! I only played 2 Final Fantasies ever. Like I played the one on Super Nintendo with Cecil and them, and then I played a little bit. I mean, it's like, but it's like some weird stuff because it's like, it's like that's like Final Fantasy 4 for us, but that's like Japan 2 or something weird like that, or it's the other way around. No, it's 4 for them.
No, you had
it. Okay. Yeah, the one with Cecil and them.
Yeah. So, actually, I think you're right. I think you might have reversed it, but either way, so man, that's one of the people that they missed, right? I'm gonna say these next 2, and I know these are specifically my gaming purposes, but it has been classically held that Vergil from Devil May Cry 3 and even from Devil May Cry 1 is one of the hardest boss fights in games. Like he has appeared on top 10 lists everywhere around the internet. He wasn't even mentioned in this thing, and I gotta shake my head and be like, "Come on, son. Like the dude is so cold. He's in Marvel vs. Capcom. Like the dude is a beast."
I got one that I know is not going to be on the list, but he would be on my list because I actually beat that DLC. But General Knox from Borderlands 1.
Yeah, they had a Borderlands guy on there. They had the Borderlands guy on there. Started with a C.
What, Handsome Jack?
No, it started with a C. He was from
Borderlands
1. Cromarax, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cromarax is one of those, like, after you beat the game, then you open up Cromarax, and it's like it takes some real deal to beat Cromarax.
And he was on without debate too. He was unanimously voted in without debate. They were like, yep. And then you know who else they voted
Cromarax, in? Like Cromarax ain't got no personality or anything like that. He's just a big dumb monster.
But you know who else they voted in though? They also voted in Slash from, was it Guitar Hero or Rock Band? Rock Band, maybe. Rock Band 3.
I don't.
You played them. I don't know.
Okay. So the boss fight in that was real deal.
Was it? Okay.
Especially if it was real deal. I don't know if he make the 20.
Hey, bro, he was the first one voted in without debate unanimously, and then Cromarax was second.
I don't think Cromarax should be there over like General Knox, over Handsome Jack, Handsome Jack is such a great boss because by the time you get to the end, he messes with you so much that you just hate him and you just can't wait to kill him. Like you just can't wait to get him. Like he's just such a jerk, and then like you know what I mean, like for like you find out everything that you find out in the story of 2, and you just like I can't wait to kill this dude. Right. Like ooh, like my trigger finger itching. Like ooh, when I'm seeing some Jack, it's gonna be some furniture moving.
Okay, like, some furniture moving, some slow singing and some flower bringing. Listen, listen. Okay. You're going to be a little upset over this one. I'm going to need you to not curse. But they voted in the Reaper from Mass Effect 2 over Saren from Mass Effect 1.
Mother!
I told you you're gonna be a tad bit upset.
Okay.
So he in the mic right now, y'all.
Okay, so let's put this in perspective. Like, you don't really face Harbinger straight up. If you're gonna put any Reaper in there, you got to put Harbinger in there because he's that dude. Right. But you never face him head up.
Right.
And like, even if you believe in the indoctrination theory, then that means that you believe that Harbinger killed you already. Right. So,
or at least got the better of you.
Or at least got the better of you. Mm-hmm. But you never face one head up. You know who you do face head up? Saren. Mm-hmm. And Saren put it on you. And then gets away the first time, and you like, I can't wait to put. Ooh, I'm like, ooh. And then when you face him again, and you like, yeah, buddy. And like, even if you good enough, like, you can convince Saren to buck himself, and he still come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, what is you talking about? How you gonna put anybody over Saren in Mass Effect? Saren, his impact as a character lasts all the way through Andromeda, dog, because they're saying that that he might be the father of one of the characters in Andromeda. By how she describes her father, it sounds very much like Saren.
Right, it does. I know exactly what you're talking about. But look,
I couldn't think of her name for a second. It's Veteran.
Yeah, Veteran Nix. So I'm just saying, y'all. We need the madness to stop.
Yeah. We need the madness. We need to come up with our own list then. You know, you know what?
I'm gonna do better though. We're gonna do better. We're gonna probably do it next week, but we're gonna come up with top 10.
All bosses matter, bro. Like, how you just gonna, bruh, look at me. And I'm looking right in the camera. And I'm gonna say it again. Stephen A. I'm looking right in the camera. I'm gonna say it again. How you not gonna put Saren on your list, and you put the Reapers on your list, but you ain't put Saren on your list? You kill one, like, you in 3, you kill one like mini boss Reaper, like, heads up,
right?
And like,
that's
ain't
probably
no
the
Reaper
biggest
worth
one.
talking about it.
Yeah.
And that Reaper don't even talk no junk to you, like Harbinger.
Yeah,
Harbinger be saying some stuff, and you
Harbinger
just like
be cutting, don't he?
Yeah,
he be cutting. Yeah, your existence is meaningless. Like, hey, Harbinger, I didn't know you had something against your mother. Smells foul. Like, come on, Harbinger. Like, come on, dog. I don't need you. The same person. Like, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, like it's like your mother gargles peanut butter. Like.
Like, come on,
hashtag throat. It's like hashtag throat strong, but like
hashtag that throat game.
Hashtag throat game. Like, how you, like, bruh, like, for real. If you gonna put a Reaper, you have to say Harbinger. But to be honest, Harbinger is not a boss fight. So like,
right. Well,
so he doesn't really count. But he gives you that blues. Like, when you first meet Harbinger, he's just like,
well, technically, Harbinger is a boss fight because Sovereign's the boss fight. Who's
Sovereign?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Sovereign gives you the blues in one. He gives you that. Like, he went to the Harbinger School of Shade.
He did.
He went to the Harbinger School of Shade.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So, like, come on, man. Like, what? No.
I knew he was gonna be upset. Last one. Okay, so for anyone who played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, the boss at the very end is a parody of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is this jacked up senator or president. I think he's the senator of California, and he's huge. But he is probably the cheapest boss. But when you beat him, it is so sad. And here's the thing. The techniques that they force you to use in that boss fight, you rarely use all the time throughout the game. So you really have to call back to your tutorials and really get it in. But because of that, it's a good boss fight because it stretches out, and it is the great combination of dynamics, like gameplay, execution, paired with over the top wrestling style silliness. And so I'm like, how did they miss that? That's probably one of the most memorable.
You know what? Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna listen to the show at some point, but I'm gonna ask you if one made the list. And this is not like a fully defined boss, but it's somebody who is trying to kill you a lot, and that is the AI director from Left 4 Dead.
No, oh, I see what you're saying. No, but they did. GLaDOS made the list. GLaDOS made the list. GLaDOS made the list. I mean, what you trying to say? I mean,
GLaDOS without that song is nothing.
Really? I mean,
straight up.
You kind of fighting against GLaDOS the entire game, though, right?
No.
No?
And you got to go through a whole bunch of dumb stuff to get the GLaDOS in the first place. By the time you get the GLaDOS, you're just like, man, shoot, like I don't even really want to do this no more.
Like, GLaDOS, why you playing, man? I'm just trying to go home. Like, I'm just.
Yeah, for real.
Talking to GLaDOS, like, look, I'm just trying to get up out of here. Like, I left some meat on the stove. I left the cake in the oven. Like, I'm just trying to get home.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to go home. Like, can I just go home? By the time you do all of that crazy stuff to get the GLaDOS, you're just like, man, I just want to go home. Right. Can I just go home?
Right. So no, man. So that. It was a good show. I highly recommend if you guys want to go out there and listen to see what they had. Like Bowser made it, and I honestly I missed so many people. I think I only gave you 4 or 5 people that made it out of 20, so only giving you a list of about 25%. But yeah. So again, it was just baffling to me, man. So all right, man. So we are coming up on it, Mike. We are almost done, bruh. So this new gig, what is it? Is it something?
I am working at I am working for a moving company. Okay. I'm working for a moving company, and I'm working in the office of a moving company.
My man.
And is really cool, and you know, there might be an upgrade in my future. I'll be doing a little bit of the marketing stuff. Thing. Later on, well, not, but you know, handling like their social media accounts and stuff like that, because they use, and then like they, you know, we had the conversations, and he was talking about they use Hootsuite and all this other stuff. It's like, man, I know how to use all of that.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
So that
about the community management thing you've been doing for years.
Yeah. Like, I ain't want to say too much about the podcast in case somebody want to go listen, right. But just like the idea of like, you know, I know how to do that.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
Because what really happens is like they're hiring somebody because one person is leaving. Oh, okay. She's leaving, and the person that did the job that I'm going to do, and he's moving up to her desk. Right. I'm moving into his desk, but then he goes back to school. He goes back to school in August, and I could be moving up to that desk depending on how well I do this.
My man. I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. Like, bruh, I found out the day on my first day. I did not know this.
Day one.
You get paid every Friday, dog.
What? Just got paid.
Yeah. Every Friday, dog. I'm going to be doing that dance. I'm going to be body rolling in this joint every Friday, dog. Body rolling every Friday. Because when you get paid every 2 weeks, by the next Friday, you like, man, it's looking a little slim. Right. You know, like, yeah. But every time I get paid, by the time I'm about to stop body rolling, I'm gonna have another reason to body roll.
Body roll again.
Body rolling, dog. Like, yeah. But like, it's cool, and there was a bidding war. I had a little bit of a bidding war. I had this job and another job in storage, and I didn't want to start from the bottom in storage again. Seemed like a pretty good job. It was further away. This job is about 8 minutes away from me. And, you know, just a couple miles up the road. And the other job was about 22 to 25 minutes away for me to get there. It's in a really nice area. It's in the Short Pump Town Center. everything is there, like everything. Oh yeah, man. Let me tell you, when I went to my interview, I was leaving, I was looking around, and I found the Johnny Rockets, and I had not had Johnny Rockets since the time I went to Alabama. So me and my girl went to Johnny Rockets, and the hamburgers was slamming.
There you go.
Like slamming.
There you go.
But yeah, so all right, so I'm gonna say two things before we out.
All right.
Two things.
Go.
One, bro, I think I'm gonna have to buy Killing Floor on Xbox. Like, I think everybody should do. They need to put this on Game Pass. Like, they really need to, because people need to play this to understand. It's the only game I've been playing for the last couple of weeks. I played a little bit of RimWorld today, but I had not touched RimWorld since the 11, dog. Like since the 11. The 11. Like, because when I went in RimWorld, when I got off work and I was just like, okay, I got a few minutes to kill. Let me put on RimWorld, because my girl don't get off till 6. I get off at 5. Right. And the good thing about this job is 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, no weekends. Well, an occasional Saturday, but that's like for an hour or two. Bam.
Man, nice, man.
So
nice. Look at you gonna have a weekend, bruh.
I'm gonna have a weekend. I mean, I did when I started the other job in October. So I got my weekends back, and get out at 5 o'clock. It's gonna be a better situation for when I have Pooh Bear with me during the summer, and like it seems to be a good look now. The job doesn't seem like it's that hard. It's a lot of stuff to learn, and there's a big like info dump today. But basically, I'm just working like basically a front desk. I'm doing like a front desk position, and I'm doing like doing quotes for people and stuff like that for moving services. I mean, I know it's gonna get hectic when the busy season starts in a couple months, but I got a couple months to get there. Yeah. I got a couple months to get there, dog. Like, and then my boss, right? Mm-hmm. My boss is going to New Zealand next week, and like like I ain't never had New Zealand money, right? And this ain't the first, and this ain't the first time he went.
Oh, okay, word up.
He going back to New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? Right. Crazy. And then two. Here's the second one. I have gotten into fluid painting.
Fluid painting?
Yes, is when you put something in paint to make it thinner, and then you pour it on a canvas. There's different ways to do it. You can just mix up what's called a dirty cup, where you put all your colors in and then you dump it, or you can do a flip cup where you put the thing, flip it over, and let the cup sit there, and then pull it up and let it go. Or you can do pours, where you can just pour it into a whole bunch of puddles and then move everything around a little bit. And I talk about this on the Scarcasm that I can't put up, but I did a painting, and I call it Superman DNA, because I used primary colors, and the colors didn't they didn't mix together very much. It's just kind of and I need to brighten it up a little bit. But Chase got a new computer, so we were on a webcam the whole time while we was recording, but it wasn't being broadcast out to the world. Right. So I'm gonna show people my Superman DNA. Now here's the thing. I have not put anything over the top of it. I haven't glossed it or anything like that to put something on it to protect it long term. So the colors are a little bit more muted than they will be eventually, but I'm proud of my painting. And since it was already here, because I already showed it to Chase, I'm going to show everybody here, but you have to see the video in order to see this. This is Superman DNA fluid painting. That's what's up. I think that's too bright. You can't see my colors, B.
I can see your colors. I can see them some. I can see them. I mean, it's really, really helpful for the people on the audio only.
Yeah, but no. That's why I said y'all got to see the video, so y'all can see my page. I'm gonna post some of it when it's all done, and I put the gloss and stuff on it. Yeah, and I got a few of them. One of them that I absolutely hate, my very first one. I just was dumping colors everywhere. Right. So there was no rhyme or reason to it. I was just trying to get an idea how to do it. But and then my last one I absolutely hate, because I tried to do something and it didn't quite work out. But I'm like really, really enjoying this, and I'm gonna start posting some stuff. To like Instagram and stuff like that, so people can see my paint. For sure, because it's really cool, and it's not even that expensive, especially if you use Flowtral as your your medium for pouring. Floetrol is for like painters to easily get paint off of their brushes and stuff like that when they're done. But you use this to thin it out and make it flow better.
Oh, okay. Cool. I might want to use that as the show image or something. Take a picture, send it to me.
You yeah, if you want to, but I mean, it ain't got no gloss.
Oh, okay. I hear you. No worries then. Maybe next time. All right, man. I'm gonna tell you. I finished Altered Carbon on Netflix. Son. It was good. I enjoyed it. I was like, what? So it was pretty good though. I quite enjoyed it. I'm looking forward.
Okay, so here's my the biggest thing, the biggest problem that I have with it is the villain's motivation is like, come on, like, are you serious?
Oh man, it took a twist at the end that I was not expecting.
Yep.
However, I'm just like, man, really? I'm like, that motivation was weak, man. It was mad weak.
It was mad weak sauce, son.
And I'm gonna
send you a picture of another painting that I did. I'm gonna send you another pic. I did take pictures. I bought my I bought my girl for Christmas. I bought her, she's a photographer and she's also into crafting and stuff like that. So I bought her this really big, like 3-foot cube photo thing that you put stuff in. So I did take a couple of pictures of some other stuff, and I will send you one of those if you want to use it.
Yeah, I need something for the art image, so I'll just use that. And that'll be
good. It's not it ain't Superman, but
that's all good.
It ain't Superman, but you got it.
Yeah, I can use it. I appreciate it. But man, we've got to get up out of here, Mike, because it's time, bro. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. We didn't have anybody dropping in to watch us today. I guess the crowdcast thing is getting a little new.
I think people got to get used to the crowdcast thing, and I think we have to. I completely forgot about the crowdcast thing until you said something. I was like, oh shit, I got to do that. Right. But I think if we get it out there a little bit earlier and we just send people to the thing, and that your thing has the YouTube on it. Are you sending it to YouTube?
Well, I was trying to send it to YouTube. I am going to upload it to YouTube. Like you sent me the stuff last week. I never got around to uploading the video, but I will upload it tonight. So I'm going to upload everything. And I was trying to broadcast simultaneously using OBS.
But yeah, because I clicked on the video. It was like 22 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't really letting me do because it was just I realized I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's just getting the screen that doesn't have the actual video. So that's not fun, so let's stop that. So that's what I did. So I'll just upload it secondarily, but I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this. And if we can't figure this out, I can do the file that I download. You can just put that up there. Right, exactly. So that'll probably be the way that we'll have to handle it because I can't go in and access it. But yeah, this is all after the show stuff. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. You got any other shout outs, homie?
Man, shout out to the people, man. We hope y'all get with it and come join your boys over here. I think this is a better setup for us, and it's easier for us to do. And just come on over to Crowdcast, and we're gonna put the thing up before the show starts. And come on over, holla at your boys.
For sure, man. Hey, I thank Mike for setting this up for us, man. Rashani for letting us go ahead and pull this off. And, man, just, shout outs to everyone who went out and supported Black Panther, man. Shout outs to Marvel for actually giving Coogler the funds to do that thing.
I went twice already.
Man, shout outs to Springtime, bro, because I was actually off work some last week because of snow. And now it's like 60, and that's the lowest it's going to be all week. And for the rest, probably until the summer. So shout out to Springtime, man. Your boy is looking forward to it.
Breeding season. Shout out to breeding season.
Ain't that it?
Sundresses. Breeding.
Sundresses. All right, y'all. We'll be back in your ear and in front of your eyeballs again next week. Probably out here on Crowdcast. So check us out. Peace out to the Warriors.
Peace out to the Warriors.
Yeah.